Welcome back, PES fans, to round 2 of round 1 of the Champions League knockout stages, the second legs. We are at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal are trailing Porto by 1 goal in aggregate. And the last time Arsenal won a knockout stage fixture in the Champions League, their coach Mikel Arteta was the captain at Everton. Can Porto maintain their lead in London? Odegaard, Cruyff turned from him and it's Martinelli! Fired like a torpedo along the surface of the turf. In record fashion, Arsenal off to a stunning lead, thanks to the first strike of the Brazilian. Here's Galeno. Parried away by Ryan. Vendel keeping the pressure on Taremi. Also has it volleyballed away by Raya. Odegaard swings one into the Brazilian at the back post, and it's Ben White. It would have been an arousing volley. Here is Wendell once again, a ton of space. And he's circling the flank and is fired into Taremi. The Iranian sensation sends Porto back into the aggregate lead. Bad news for Arsenal. Their celebrations cut short. Martinelli collects it from Kai Havertz, returns it back to the German. And it's buried deep into the first half, that is. And now we're all square on aggregate. Arsenal have reversed the scoreline they conceded in Puerto. Here's Conceição. Nielsen takes it first time, and it's a cautious one from Raya. Nielsen to Galeno. They're keeping Raya busy. Odegaard to Havertz, looking for his brace. And he takes a bump from Pepe, but it's not a penalty. Trossard swung into Zinchenko, the makeshift striker, and Smith Rowe couldn't quite hit it on the sweet spot. And in the second leg, we head into extra time for the first time in this tournament. Jesus was bullied off the ball by Galeno. Gonzalez finds Varane, who unleashes Fran Navarro onto the Arsenal world. Wow! How about that? It's a finish that would make Thierry Henry finish in his pants. Fran Navarro, he's cool, he's cocky, and here in North London, he is bad. Beautiful lob over the hopeless head of Raya. Odegaard on a turn, it's smashed away by the keeper. And here is Nelson, keeping it alive in vain. And it's all over. Arsenal once again booted out of the Champions League by an inspired Porto 20 years on from lifting the Big Silver Cup. It's round 2 of the battle for the Maradona honour. Napoli have never beaten Barcelona in the Champions League. Victor Osimhen may get a jump start on Barcelona, and he finds the wrong side of the goal net. Corner to Napoli, and it's Romani, whom Barcelona generously give him a free strike. And he's opted for the headbutt into Ter Stegen's net. What was Orichal doing? Felix to Pedri. He's pushed away for a Barcelona corner. Zielinski back to Politano. Di Lorenzo overlaps him very nicely, right on schedule, and it's into Osimhen. Well, the Nigerian was shy when it came to the goals in the Cup of African Nations, but here tonight in Catalonia, he has come alive. Gundogan, Lamine, Pedri. A bit more routine from Barcelona, and it was Victor Roque who had half the stadium thinking it was a goal. Zielinski back to the masked man, Osimhen, and Zielinski! Every time Napoli come forward, they find a goal. And they are soaring into the quarterfinals at this rate. A clear 2-goal advantage now, and time is running out. Pedri, now Lamine plays it short to Roque and João Felix. Oh, he gets a bit lucky there. Alex Merritt in the Napoli goal with a save that lacks any merit. It's unfortunate. Lamine down the line to Pedri, and there's Felix at the far post, and surely it should be 3-2. Zielinski, he's been busy zipping through this Barcelona back line. Pedri, it's too early for Victor Roque, but he's made up for it. He's terrorised the defender. And Barcelona are finally catching up. We're all square on aggregate. If not for the pronunciation of Juan Jesus' surname, we'd be saying, Jesus, what was he thinking? João Felix skirts it wide. He takes a snap at it, but it's too erratic. Victor Roque doing well to stand in for Lewandowski tonight, and here is Lamine. Tries to poke it beyond Murray. And Bole hits the post. It's a cruel denial. Lamine, the ghost of Messi, summoning the spirit of Maradona, cutting inside with that exciting left foot. And there's Kvaratskhelia. Worlds wide, it rises and rises. João gets the leap. Oh, and Roque's denied. What should be a blatant tap-in. He's been kicked up the arse by Anguissa. Alonso misreads it. It's Kvaratskhelia. And the Georgian, try as he might, he can't beat Ter Stegen. Rafinha. Now here's Vitor Roque. Only has the near post between him, but Rafinha will curl it in. To an exposed net, and Barcelona are level on the night, but they're going ahead by just 1 goal on that crucial aggregate lead. That's what it all comes down to here in this Spain-Italy fixture. Rafinha, Romeo, now Pedri appears out of thin air, and he's placed it beautifully under the emerging pressure of the Napoli's white shirts, practically passing it into the net. Barcelona sure love to leave you biting your nails. A thrilling affair. It's Barcelona 4, Napoli 3. It's been 10 years since Real Sociedad's last Champions League appearance, when they are unceremoniously dumped out of the group stage. Tonight, they trail by 1 goal to Paris Saint-Germain in the knockout stages. Oyarzabal is galloping away from Skriniar, and it's Kieran Tierney, of all players. Makeshift striker, the Scotsman, scores against the French champions in less than 10 minutes. Here's the goal scorer, Kieran Tierney, and he's found Oyarzabal, and he's returned the favour. Both players exchanging assists and goals, and Paris are in deep trouble. Dembele. Now here's Kolo Muani. Couldn't quite bring it under control, and he's thrashed it at the keeper. Dembele caught out once again. Hakimi has emerged at the far post, and he opts for a brute force. Swung in, Marquinhos couldn't quite reach it. Vitinha as it flicked into the air, while Marquinhos has kept it alive, and Skriniar. Seems to be something in the air for defenders tonight being on the score sheet. Here's the new boy Skriniar with a nice placement. Muani back to Dembele. Now Vitinha takes it nicely on the chest, and he just couldn't bury it. It was running away from him. Ramiro wants to hurry up and get this up the field and avoid extra time, but it's backfired. Barcola has found Vitinha, and on the second attempt, He does convert. And it's bad news for Real Sociedad. La Real are about to be dethroned here in regards to their promising lead. The 2020 runners-up, Paris Saint-Germain, have clinched it and they will sail through to the quarter-finals. We are at the venue of the 2019 Champions League final. 2014 runners-up Atlético Madrid host the 23 runners-up Inter Milan. Darmian. There was a shout for a penalty, but they won't play on this. Di Marco. That will leave a blister on the palm of Oblak. The pressure is still on. Spirella back from Kalanagu. Slams on the brakes. Darmian. Big ball into Thuram. And it bounces wide. De Paul. Griezmann. What an opportunity. Oh, that might be a gilt-edge miss. Darmian trying to spring it on Atletico. Couldn't reach Martinez. Now it's Reynaldo. Griezmann. Morata! Good save from Jan Sommer. Griezmann. Now it's Molina. Works it back towards the French Prince. Popped over for Llorente. And Griezmann finally gets his break in this game. And Atletico are level with Inter Milan on aggregates. Finally, the tension is broken here in Madrid. Ronaldo to Llorente. Oh, it's off the post and it catches Sommer on the head on the way past. Ronaldo crossed in, cleared by Bastoni. It's a heroic piece of defending. Now De Paul. Molina opens up for the shot. What a goal! Violent hit from Molina in the Metropolitano. Atletico are 2 goals up. And they're ahead of Inter Milan on aggregates. Lautaro Martinez. Educated feet is through the feet. The defender in Thuram couldn't make it all pay off. Look at this, through the legs of Hermoso. And Thuram was too relaxed on that finish. Martinez. Now Dumfries. Good ball into Thuram. It's a nice finish. Tucked it very calmly past Oblak. And we have a mirror of the scoreline that we saw in Milan. Is the Dutch-French connection of Dumfries and Thuram. And now we head into extra time for the second time in the second legs. Llorente. Molina. Nice 1-2. Just didn't have the power required. Griezmann is opening up for him. And is scouted by Sommer. Penalty shootout in the Champions League between Atletico Madrid and Inter Milan. Jan Sommer, the internet darling, has waited his entire career for this moment. No pressure for the Swiss man, but it's Memphis Depay who will step up and no nonsense, straight down the centre. Marcus Thuram taking his time, and it's a cool, precise finish, just like the one we saw earlier in the game. Antoine Griezmann also mimics Depay. It's down the middle. Marko Arnautovic versus Oblak. The Austrian beats the Slovenian. Nothing missed so far. Now Javi Galan. Oh, that's a good penalty. Sommer was close. Federico Di Marco has it saved by Oblak. Molina to put Atletico further ahead, and he does. Sommer rooted to the spot. Now Dumfries has to score to keep Milan in it, and he does. And It's all on Llorente. If he scores, Atlético go through to the quarterfinals. And they send the 2023 runners-up back to Lombardy as losers. We arrive in Dortmund, where the underdogs PSV Eindhoven are just one goal away from traversing over the big yellow wall here at the Signal Iduna. Jadon Sancho cuts inside and he finds Bino Gittens. And the English equalise. And Jamie Bino Gittens can learn a thing or two from Jadon Sancho, another fellow Englishman on the German exodus. De Jong knocks it down to Bakayoko. Has a flash at it from an awkward volley. Fulkrug with the cross to Brandt, who can't beat Benitez. Now the captain, Luke De Jong. Down the line to Bakayoko. Breathing space for De Jong, and is straight as Gregor Kobel should be doing better. A give and go from Bino Gittens. Spread by Ronaldo, but Fulkrug will pick up the scraps. And Dortmund lead for the first time in this tie. Almost as if the electricity has been flipped between PSV and Eindhoven on this second leg. Marco Reus to Benzabaini, and he's released. Jadon Sancho surely has the pace to get away from Tazy. He can't keep up and he fumbles. The finality. One last chance for PSV, and De Jong splats it straight at Kobel. Borussia Dortmund, the first German team to join the quarterfinals. Will Bayern and Leipzig follow suit? In an alternative reality of the real scoreline, Bayern Munich in fact lead Lazio on their return to Munich. Joshua Kimmich, it's a good pass to find Davies. Davies' cross is too far for anyone apart from Tell. Mathis Tell says, "You can't tell me anything. I will be there in the heart of the goal." And Bayern Munich extend the aggregate lead by 2. There's some disorientation from the defender. Which one would it be? Luis Alberto goes for it and he squeezed it in. Ricochet off the back of the aging head of Manuel Neuer. Game on now here in the Allianz Arena. Here's Alphonso Davies. Short pass to Tell. Tries to drill it along the surface. Sane goes for it from range. It's well scouted. Goretzka. Tell forwarded through to Thomas Müller. And now Munich have breathing space once again. The Raumdauter, Thomas Müller, interpreting space as he always does. Never loses that touch. Zacchedini, Guendouzi, now here is Anderson. Great goal! And the thrill keeps them coming from the travelling Romans. Felipe Anderson, what a strike. And Davies was waiting for that nod from Choupo-Moting. Standing in for the injured Harry Kane. Zane with a one-on-one chance. And he practically passes it with ease. And surely Bayern Munich, a bright red stronghold on the quarter-final spot. Bayern Munich join their club rivals Borussia Dortmund in the quarter-finals. The reigning champions of Europe, Manchester City, certainly expected it to go easier than this when they travelled to Denmark last week. Koku is the target, it's fell to Kovacic. Brilliant stretch. Vahiji gets around the Vardiol. Cornelius was the beacon that he was aiming for, and he couldn't follow up on that second chance. Doku. Stones. Here is the captain, Kevin De Bruyne. So powerful the camera couldn't keep up. Tintin returns. It's as if he never went away. Here's a better view. What a rocket from Kevin De Bruyne. Foden, poor clearance, and Falk is going to punish them. Copenhagen keeping that squeeze on Manchester City. And it's a replication of De Bruyne's effort from the same area in the pitch from earlier in the game. Baderji with the cross to Cornelius, and he couldn't direct it downwards towards Ederson's goal. Grealish just scouting Clayson. De Bruyne with the cross into John Stones of all players. Where did he come from? Foden laid off for Kyle Walker. Across the face of goal, and it's a complete scramble. Anderson descends Copenhagen into extra time, but Larsen throws away the last chance. Manchester City survive and reign on into the quarter-finals of the Champions League. The most successful club in the competition lead by 2 goals in aggregate against RB Leipzig. Couldn't reach Poulsen. But here's Schlager. It's sloppy, goes wide. Tony Kroos steps up and converts it perfectly as the German scores against the Germans. Tony Kroos rolling the years back from the dead ball. Ryan Garcia back to Jude Bellingham, who rolls the dice from range. Pinged over the top, and Valverde gets a stroke of luck. Garcia has it heroically denied. Off of the line, what a save. And Kroos marching forward. Vinicius doesn't time his run well. Bellingham will make up for it. Gets the best he can from such a tight angle. Osterman turns his back, but he goes down anyway. Sometimes retreating pays off, and Camavinga pays the price for sticking an eagle leg out. Now Dani Olmo. Oh, it's saved! Such a powerful penalty, and still wonderfully kept out by Lunion. Olmo's corner swung in towards Sesko. Well, the penalty didn't pay off, but the follow-up certainly came good in the end for Leipzig. Olmo, Raum, here's Poulsen. Lacks the magic touch he did in the first leg. Real Madrid make up the last 8. And that brings an end to the last 16 of the current Champions League era. We are in the era of Erling Haaland. Antoine Griezmann is catching up. Your Champions League quarter-final draw. Manchester City host Borussia Dortmund. Bayern Munich will face Porto. It's a Madrid derby as Real face Atlético. And finally, it's Barcelona taking on Paris Saint-Germain.